My next guest takes on Amber Brown at Invicta FC 26 coming up here December 8th. It is Tessa Simpson joining me here on the program for the very first time. Tessa, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Where are you right now? You got some nice weather out there.
Yeah, I'm in South Texas right now. So I'm getting ready to corner one of my main training partners tonight. He's fighting for an amateur title.
Excellent. Well, that's very cool. I appreciate you taking the time. And I was looking up your backstory a little bit here, and I saw that you were born in Guam, but now you live in Austin, Texas. When did you move? When did that sort of happen, you coming over to the States?
Yeah, I moved away after I graduated high school. I came out here for college, and I ended up, I had a half-brother here in Austin, so I decided to go to UT Austin, and I pursued my degree there. I actually started training before I moved away from Guam, training jiu-jitsu a little bit, maybe like 6 months, so I kind of got hooked while I was there. And then when I came back, it took me a little while to find a school, and once I did, I was hooked again. So I had been training, ever since then, and I finished my degree, went into the workforce, and decided that this is really what I love doing. So now I own a kickboxing school with my husband, so I do this full time and fight full time. So it's pretty amazing.
That's awesome. I love hearing stories like that. What did you get your degree in? What were you doing before as far as work before you bought the school?
Yeah, I majored in computer science at UT. So it was a very like a prestigious, field there as far as at that school. I went into web development, a little bit of project management after that. So I was balancing a lot of training and fighting and, working crazy hours because it's demanding at times. And then after a while, I was doing both. I was fighting, I was getting ready to open the school, and I was working full time. So balancing those things were difficult. But it was good. It was good to kind of just hustle for a few years and get that done. And now, I can really enjoy what we're doing now. So,
well, I was going to say, you do all that hard work ahead of time, and now you're able to have this life that you've created for yourself now with the, being able to get the gym and also going all in on this. So I commend you because, a lot of people can't figure that out or can't make it work, right? So that's good. Because now you can focus 100% on fighting, which is always the dream of any fighter, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's been amazing. So I couldn't ask for, a better setup right now.
Excellent. Let's talk about your matchup here. It's you're taking on Amber Brown. She's got the 6-4 record. How do you see your skill set sort of matching up against hers?
I think that Amber is a tough competitor. Her nickname, the Bully. She tries to go in there as a big 105er and impose that on people. I think technically she does a lot of the same things in all her fights. So unless she completely changes her game, it's pretty easy to see what she tries to do when she goes in the cage. But I think I'm more well-rounded, experience-wise, she has these bigger fights than me, but, my main goal recently has been to stay active, so there's been periods of time where I'll fight and then I'll take a few years off. So, lately I've been active and I'm feeling more confident, and just fixing some things even since my last loss and being able to go in there and be more aggressive too and have that more experience behind me. I feel a lot more confident now. So really, as far as her as a whole or her game, it's really nothing specific. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to try to impose my will and my game more so than I have in the past. So.
Who are some of the people, training partners, coaches, things like that are helping you get ready for this fight, that are preparing you for this matchup on the 8th?
Yeah, other than my main, my husband's my main coach. We're at the academy all the time, so he oversees everything, and I work with him on one-on-one, a few times a week. And then I have our jiu-jitsu coach. He's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, Paulo Brandão. So he's been around a long time. He's very diverse with his skill set. And then I have specific training partners. My training partner that's fighting tonight, he fights at 125. So for me, it's a perfect size, a little bit bigger, but we move around really well. And then I have other girls that are specific in their skill set that I've been working with too. A lot of southpaws as well, because Amber's a southpaw, just to have that in front of me and be ready for anything that comes at me. So
Now, training so much with your husband and being with your husband, do you need that sort of separation time from each other, or do you like actually like the fact that you're around each other so much? And because sometimes when you're working with like for example, I work at home and my wife's currently on mat leave, so I know sometimes we have to figure out our schedules. We need that little bit of time apart. Do you need that at all, or you kind of just happy with how things are?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Like I said, we actually learned how to work together this way before we started being business partners. So, that in the past was always difficult, but we've been through this so many times now that it's a lot more natural. We have crazy pad sessions, and I'm sure every, fighter that, has their husband as a training partner knows what I'm talking about, and you try not to get frustrated, and you have to, in your mind, separate those boundaries of, this is coach right now and not husband right now. So, but the good thing is that we're talking about it all the time. He's always staying on top of me mentally for different things, and that's good. And it's, it's, for me, it's an extra edge that maybe some people don't have. So, sometimes we need a little bit of space, but really we're together all the time, and it doesn't bother us, and we know how to work together really well. So
awesome, that sounds good. How's the weight cut going? This fight's on the 8th, so there's lots of time. But has that process already started for you?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, this is going to be the first camp where I'm working with a nutritionist who specializes in weight cuts, and already it's been about a month that I've been working with her, and the difference is that she actually has increased the amount of food that I've been eating and the amount of carbs I've been eating, and I have a whole lot more energy, and I feel like I've built muscle just by changing how I've eaten as opposed to changing my training schedule. So it's been great so far, and it's one less thing I have to worry about. As far as doing this full time, I want to take advantage of everything. If I can see the best, or have recovery set, have all my training set, and now with my nutrition set, I don't have anything to question. It's just, do this, do that, and the weight started falling off right away. I'm already leaner than I normally am at this point in time, and then, I'm still going to have a weight cut in front of me, but there's going to be less question to it, more science. So it's been really good.
Now, what about Thanksgiving? It's coming up. So are you allowed to have a little bit of that, or I guess just no gravy? How does that work?
Yeah, I've done this before during Thanksgiving and the holidays, so it's nothing new. Even traveling this weekend, I had all my meals packed. I prep on the weekends. I prep once again during the week. So, I'm already used to it. There will be, I think, a little bit of turkey that I can have. She's going to work into the meal that day, but
now that's a good nutritionist. Try and work it in with what you're doing. That's good.
Yeah.
Excellent. How do you see this fight ending on December 8th?
I really like to finish this fight with Amber. It's the last fight. I feel like I really could have won that fight with Erica. So I'm ready to put it out there and not hold back at all, and hopefully finish Amber on that night.
Now, let's assume all goes well in this fight. You get a finish. You come out healthy. When are you looking to get back in the cage again? And with your contract with Invicta, are you able to go fight for other promotions? How does that sort of work?
Yeah, Invicta's pretty open with that. They let their athletes pursue, what's good for their careers. But this point in time, I'm just trying to get back into title contention. That's my main goal, is hopefully eventually to fight for the title, and whoever they put in front of me that I need to beat to do that, that's my goal as far as looking forward. I'm not looking at people specifically, but, I want to get back to title contention. So
excellent. That's a good call. What do you like doing on your downtime? I know you're busy, running a gym, training, getting ready, cornering teammates like you are today. What are you watching any Netflix? Are you getting into, watching any other sports? What would I find you doing when you're not in the gym and everything else?
There's a little bit of time to watch TV at night here and there. We're so involved in this, focus wise.
It's all in, yeah.
Every now and again we'll go do stuff like shooting. We enjoy shooting a little bit. But yeah, otherwise it's pure focus here, Netflix here and there. There's the Punisher series coming out, or it came out yesterday. So I think we're going to binge watch that this week. So
Good stuff. No, that's excellent. That good selection there. I imagine I get living in Texas. I imagine that the gun shooting thing's probably a little bit easier to do because there's probably a lot more places you can do it out there.
Yeah, there is. We have friends that have private ranges that they go to, and that's always fun. Or just go to someone's ranch and go out there and mess around a little bit. But yeah, it's something that it's nice to do that doesn't involve. Well, we still have a training aspect to it. Some of the guys that we know, they actually take us step by step through a lot of the process. So we actually get to drill what we're doing as well. But we enjoy doing that, and it's different. We get to be outside. Hoping to go camping again soon.
Nice.
That's something that we'll try to do and squeeze in. Last year we went to Big Bend around this time.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, National Park, and it's so beautiful out there. So, we'll see if we can squeeze that in before winter gets crazy here coming up.
Yeah, you said camping and you piqued my interest because I'm up here in Canada and we love to go camping and stuff. Have you ever been up to the Great White North before, up to Canada? Have you ever done any camping up there?
No, I haven't. I actually have never seen real snow.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, well then.
Yeah, being from Guam, I went from Guam to Texas, and so I haven't seen big mountains. I haven't seen real snow, so that's definitely on our list. Maybe make our way up to Colorado first, and then further up north as we go along too. So
well, let me break a quick stereotype for you. So not everywhere in Canada it snows. It's like where I'm here in Toronto right now, we get snow during the winter. But if you go to like Vancouver and if you don't go to the mountains, it doesn't snow there at all. It's actually quite wet. It's actually kind of like more like California, not in the warm sense, but it definitely, you get your rain and everything else. And there's other certain areas too, like I'm just trying to think, like you don't get the brutal winters like you would. Like there's always a stereotype that it's like super cold everywhere in Canada, but it's not. So I'm here to break that stereotype right here on this interview.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely should check it out. Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, those are the big cities you want to hit at some point. So that's just my recommendation. Yeah. But everyone's got to check out your fight. It's Invicta FC 26 is coming up here December 8th on UFC Fight Pass. Tessa, it was great getting a chance to talk to you. Just to remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout outs, the floor is yours.
Yeah, definitely. On Instagram, you can find me under Typhoon Tessa, and Twitter on it's going to be Tessa Simpson MMA. And then as far as sponsors go, I have to give a big shout out to my main gear sponsor, DeFirma Kimono Company. They have been providing me gis for a long time, and they do my fight outfit every single fight. So they make custom gears for academies, that are out there. That way they can brand their gym and sell that off too. So MMA shorts, gis, whatever you need there. And then I have a bunch of local sponsors that take care of me here. So, I want to give a big shout out to them. Austin Sports Therapy, My CryoFit, they're always bringing me in to do cryo, and that kind of recovery is amazing. So, big shout out to them.